Photography is often described as a way of preserving moments with the people we love. But what happens when the act of documenting someone begins to replace actually seeing them? In 1973, Japanese photographer Masahisa Fukase created a series called From Window, 32 photographs of his wife leaving their apartment. What seems like a simple daily ritual slowly reveals something much more complicated. Masahisa Fukase was an experimental artist from Japan whose work could best be described as emotional and autobiographical. He focused on capturing the everyday moments of life around him: people, places, even pets. Yoko Wanabe, Fukase's wife from 1964 through 1976, became his unofficial muse for the time that they were together. Appearing in multiple projects, including From Window, the work was the result of a quote, season of compulsion, where he shot photos of her the entirety of a summer from his fourth floor window. She's usually the primary subject, aside from a couple where she shares the spotlight with another pedestrian. In some images, she looks overtly excited about being the subject, while in others, more of an unwilling participant. The push and pull between wanting to be photographed creates a great contrast and feels very realistic to the turmoil of emotions felt in what was already a very tumultuous relationship. That tension between love and observation eventually became part of Fukase's own self reflection. In a Dazed article titled Masahisa Fukase's Tale of Obsessive Love Shot Through an Apartment Window, the photographer later admitted to something unsettling. Quote, he had become plagued by the paradox of being with others just to photograph them, resulting in a profound existential loneliness as his compulsive shooting of those close to him ended up driving them away. Yoko expands on this further, stating, quote, he has only seen me through the lens, and furthers this by stating, quote, I believe that all the photographs of me were unquestionably photos of himself. It's striking that Fukase had the awareness to recognize what he was doing, but not enough to stop the rift between them growing. In a strange way, the relationship begins to feel almost parasocial. Fukase isn't just living life with Yoko, he's watching her through a lens, documenting her movements from a distance. It's a dynamic that feels surprisingly familiar in the age of social media. More than 50 years later, From Window continues to resonate with viewers. Part of that is because the images capture something deeply universal. Relationships often exist in a strange space between closeness and distance. People can share homes, lives, and memories, all while still feeling emotionally separated. The window in Fukase's photographs becomes a metaphor for that experience. Transparent, but impenetrable. You can see through it, but you can't pass through it. And sometimes that thin little boundary is all it takes to turn intimacy into isolation.